Alrighty, as you can see, this is going to be the final game of the season, and technically the Melonheads have a half game lead. Should they lose this game, they do end up being tied with the Sirloins, and I'm assuming run differential down there is the tiebreaker, so we're sitting pretty unless the Flyers would come out and produce a huge game. But I really don't know, and I don't want to take a chance. I just realized the first place Mandibles have given up 8 more runs than they've scored and they're in first place. Interesting. Alrighty, but anyways, the Melonheads are going to come into their last game. I'm watching out for the Bowmen should they make the playoffs. The Melonheads did not play well against the Bowmen this year. We will see, though. Here we go. Final game of the season. Stephanie Morgan is a little bit tired. We're going to bump her down in the lineup, give Mikey Thomas a chance to move on up. Ahmed Khan's going to move above Tony Del Vecchio. We're going to go ahead and get started. Dante Robinson is juiced. My man's is taking steroids right now. Jocinda Smith's arrow is growing. She's jacked right now. This team is ready to play. Final game of the season. If you are enjoying this series, we are about to get into the playoffs and things are getting excited. This is the last game of the season. Should the Melonheads win, they will come out on top in their division and make their first playoff appearance in their first season in the historic league, and they're matching up here against the Fury Flyers. So far, the Melonheads have dominated the Flyers to give themselves an opportunity here to make the playoffs. They are on the road once again. Dante Robinson looking to get the game started. That is a strike call that looked a little low. Dante's going to swing at a pitch outside the zone. It's going to be a quick play. Out number 1. His mojo is dropped. Here's Jocinda Smith. You cannot stop her right now. Everything that comes to her is hit. But this is going to be a ground ball to third, and maybe the Flyers have an opportunity here as 2 quick outs happen. Here is Pablo Sanchez, the heart and soul of the offense in the backyard league. He hits one to shortstop at a 1-2-3 inning for the Melonheads. So now the Melonheads have Kenny Kawaguchi, their ace on the hill, to try and get them the win here against the Flyers. Fly ball to center. Dante rolls on over and gets the catch. 1 out. We are getting amped up here in this game. This is a big moment for the Melonheads. They are trying to make the playoffs for the first time in their first opportunity here in the historic league. They got called up from the backyard league. That's a single into center field here with 1 out. So they have been playing in the backyard league for years, and many of us have known them for their backyard sports league where they played against some of the neighborhood kids. Well, here's a ground ball to Pablo. That's going to be an easy double play ball. Well, they got a call from the historic league here, and some of the best players from the neighborhood got together, and they are ready to play, and they are pushing for their first playoff opportunity. Keisha Phillips gets a pitch right down the middle. 1-0 Melonheads on the solo shot out of Keisha Phillips. I think last game we just talked about how Keisha Phillips' bat is coming around, and because of Pablo Sanchez and Jocinda Smith, there has been patience with her, and she has done just that, giving the Melonheads a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Here's Ahmed Khan at the ball. That ball is way out of the zone. Ahmed Khan not listening to the hitting coaches of YouTube comments saying to stop swinging at bad pitches. The Melonheads have struggled with that this year. And that's all up the middle as Tony Del Vecchio rips a 1-out single here, and the Melonheads continue to have a little bit of life. So let's see if they can get it going. Mikey Thomas did get bumped up a little bit in the lineup. As you can see, he is now batting over 300. We said that last game. Ooh, that looked a little high, but Mikey Thomas didn't want to swing. That ball is also high, but this one's called a ball. 1-1 count here. Mikey Thomas. Ball 2, 2-1. Mikey Thomas showing off that new eye he's been working on. That ball is up the middle, and that's exactly what the comments have been telling Mikey Thomas all year long. Stop swinging at the bad pitches and you'll get something to hit. And he does just that. Here's Stephanie Morgan with 1 out here in the second. That ball is roped. Get up, ball. Get up out of here, Stephanie Morgan. The 3-run home run for Stephanie Morgan makes it 4-0 Melonheads. And once again, what looked like maybe the Fury Flyers came to play, the Melonheads say, we're just that much better. And here's Kenny Kawaguchi, the pitcher, with 1 out. The Melonheads are not leaving anything up to chance here. Even Kenny Kawaguchi's going to try and join the hits, but that is a great play by the shortstop. Dante Robinson, like I said, is absolutely juiced right now in his fitness. Whoo! He smoked that ball. That could have killed somebody. That ball is smoked as well. His stats are all beefed up because of how he's played this season. He has really loved the spotlight of this league, the attention. Definitely one of the more popular players on the team, Dante Robinson. He is a big-time player, and everyone knows what's going to happen. They throw the pitch out, and Dante still steals second base with 2 outs. Dante's going again. This doesn't always happen, but Dante's in there. Now with 2 outs, Jocinda Smith, all she's got to do is put the ball into the outfield, which she's done very well. A hot grounder to short. What a play by the shortstop. He has come out to play today. Unfortunately, the pitching staff for the Fury Flyers has not. 4-0. Oh, this ball is drilled to center field. Dante Robinson going back. Not as hard hit as we thought, though, as that ball hung up there. Out number 1. The Melonheads putting themselves in a solid position here, leaving nothing up to chance, looking to shut down the Sirloins and not have to play them anymore this season and get to laugh in their face and say, ha ha ha, we have made the playoffs and you haven't, Mr. Steak Team. Jocinda Smith over there at short, number 2. Out number 2, and here's Wamp Musto, the catcher, with 2 outs. A big strike one called. Ball high. Here comes the slider inside from Kenny Kawaguchi. Strike number 2 called. Here's the fastball high. See ya. Strike 3 swinging. And the Melonheads continue to dominate the Fury Flyers. Here's Pablo Sanchez. A big hook out of Better Bowl. Up the middle off Better Bowl. Better Bowl gets drilled by that Pablo Sanchez ball up the middle. You know what we haven't seen a lot of this year, and we're going to see it right here. Here's Pablo Sanchez trying to swipe a bag. Pablo Sanchez is in there. People forget because he hits the ball in the gaps so often that he can scoot. He can scoot. This ball's way up there. And Pablo Sanchez is going to have to tag up 1 out. But Keisha Phillips got the party started today with the solo home run. Here's Ahmed Khan. We'd love to see some power out of him. Ahmed Khan drills this ball. But it's right to the shortstop who's playing the game of his life, out number 2. That ball was a little easier play, but very hard hit. Here's Tony Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio's right on this one. Another play by the shortstop. I swear this man's is the only player in the field because he is a monster. So here we go. The Fury Flyers in the 3rd inning are looking to make something happen. Dante Robinson going back into the alleyway. He's got it. Out number 1. And the Melonheads are absolutely dominating the Fury Flyers. We knew going into this 3-game series to finish off the season that the Fury Flyers were not the most solid ball club. Strike 3 is a winging. They knew they weren't the best team, but I think a lot of people expected a little more competition than this, as the Melonheads have rolled the Flyers. And here is Mikey Thomas, who has hit well lately. Mikey Thomas bamboozles that ball, but the second baseman is right there. Here's Stephanie Morgan. She hit her 3rd home run of the season last AB. That ball's up in the zone, and she's going to pop it way up. We need this Melonheads pitching staff to keep doing what it's doing, and these hitters to keep doing what they're doing. And we are going to be looking at a solid playoff ball club here. That ball is high. Kenny Kawaguchi is a pitcher. He's got no reason to swing at that. He is going to put this ball into the gap, but it's cut off nicely by the right fielder, and Kawaguchi finds himself with a 2-out base hit. You can't complain about that. Here's Dante Robinson batting .386 on the season. This man has more stolen bases than entire teams this season. He smokes this ball to first, but a nice play by the first baseman's out number 3. And now, so this is the other Kawaguchi. Back-to-back games for the Flyers. Watch a pitch playing against both Kawaguchis. And they're going to second base. Tony Del Vecchio guns it into second. Safe is the call. So the Flyers, for the first time in a while, have an opportunity here to score a run. A nice 2-seam fastball on the inside. Here's the strike 3 swinging. Kenny Kawaguchi punches him out for out number 1. This ball is up the middle, and that should be a run. But here's Dante Robinson gunning home easily in there. That was out number 1. Or run number 1, I should say, for the Flyers. So Kawaguchi, not quite as dominant as his sister, but the Melonheads still with a 4-1 lead here, sitting pretty. Ooh, they try to turn quickly as the runner didn't look like he was all the way back yet. Kawaguchi really needs to get out of this inning, though, and let the Melonheads bats come up. And here's Stephanie Morgan is going to do exactly that. 2 outs now, top of the 5th. I swear to God, these games against the Flyers have been insanely fast. Here we are in the top of the 5th inning already. And that's Jocinda Smith. I think this is the worst game Jocinda Smith has ever played. In the top of the 5th now. I don't think she has a hit. Here's Pablo Sanchez. He rips one up the middle. And there we go. A 1-out base hit out of Pablo Sanchez. And that's going to bring up Keisha Phillips, who has a home run already today. And Keisha gets a hold of this ball. This ball's looking for the gap. I don't think anyone's going to get there. It's gone. No! It hits off the top of the wall. I thought for sure that was gone. But it will be an RBI for Keisha Phillips. I was waiting for the home run thing to pop up. And it just didn't happen. Here's Ahmed Khan now. Ahmed Khan, this ball's right down the middle. He shoots it right up the middle. This one is gone out of here, Ahmed Khan. The Melonheads are getting production out of all of the parts of the lineup. The 2-run home run for Ahmed. His 3rd of the season. He's got 9 RBIs. Makes it 7-1 Melonheads. And the Flyers look dead. This is how their season should end. Should there be no mistakes out of the Melonheads, this should be the playoff berth for the Melonheads, and Mikey Thomas gets a hold of this. That's another hard hit for Thomas, and he just can't seem to get it to fall. So Kenny Kawaguchi coming in, trying to finish out his strong pitching performance in the season of the Fury Flyers and continue the season of the Melonheads. They are 2 outs away from their first playoff appearance in their first season in the historic league. Strike 2 swinging. Kenny Kawaguchi is going to get the fly ball to center. Dante waving his arms. Out number 2. They are now 1 out away, and here's Spud Hackett. Can Spud go up there and hack it? Strike 1 called. Fastball inside, not swinging. Here comes that inside 2-seamer. It's been nasty all night. Strike 2. He's going to go back to the 2-seamer on the outside. Fooled him, little ground ball, fair ball. That is it. And the Melonheads have made the playoffs with the big 7-1 win over the Fury Flyers. The crowd is going nuts. The Fury Flyers have made the playoffs. They have done it. The terrible start and with the big win over the Fury Flyers have come out and won their division. What a game. What a season for the Melonheads. Kenny Kawaguchi greatly disappointing this season at 2-3, but you can't be mad with that pitching performance and the fact that they're moving on to the playoffs. We're going to go ahead, since this is a short video, go back to the screen and show the playoff berth. We have done it. The Melonheads have made the playoffs. They've topped the Sirloins. They finished 14-6, which is one of the best records in the league. We have made the playoffs. Here we go. Let's see how it looks. View the detailed bracket. The Melonheads will match up against the Bowmen, who they've struggled with. The Mandibles and the Runners on the other side. The regular season, the Bowmen had the number of the Melonheads, beating them 4-3 and 8-1. We need a big performance moving on into the playoffs. We will be back. Hopefully you join me for the first round of the playoffs against the Bowmen. Very exciting stuff. If you are enjoying this series, enjoying this game, comment, tell me what you like about the series, what we can do better, and come back, subscribe, like, turn on those notifications so you're ready for the playoffs. I will see you guys next time against the Bowmen.